Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to Marvel Future Revolution. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at another patch. That's right, we have our second patch in what, a week? Maybe a little more than a week. That's been introduced into the game, maybe less actually. That's been introduced into the game, and there's quite a bit here. And there's more than I thought they would probably do prior to Global, but it is nice to see what's happening. So we're going to go ahead and dive into all that. But first, before we do, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with everything Marvel Future Revolution, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. Just a quick reminder, all the links to my social media are in the description below, so definitely check that out. I do try to stream twice a week, Mondays and Fridays, but I will just say I will put videos above streaming. So if I need to get videos out like this patch video, since this just happened today, I want to make sure to get this information out, so I will do that before I do any streaming. And sometimes it does interrupt the streaming, but I do stream on Twitch. The link is in the description below as well. Definitely check us out when we do our streaming over there. All right, so let's take a look at what we have going on here. We had the patch last night. I think it ended this morning. And then we've got some hero balances right here. So superhero skill balance adjustment. It doesn't go into any detail as to what we can expect to see there or what happened with that. Hopefully we can see some information later. I don't know if they'll release it, but it's nice to see some balancing being done between the heroes because it is a little bit lopsided right now. You have heroes like Doctor Strange and Storm who are just outshining most of the other ones. You got some really great PvP characters as well, Black Widow, but you also have some other heroes that are just not living up to their potential, like Star-Lord right now. Star-Lord, I think, is more towards the bottom of the list. If you were to put a tier list together, I think all of them can get through the story pretty easy. I heard that Star-Lord is difficult to get through the story. I didn't have any issues. He's the first one I got to 100 and the first one that I got to complete the story with. And yes, it's challenging as you're working through it, but it's meant to be that way. You got to figure out kind of the mechanics of the boss battles and all that. But I was able to get through it with not too much pain. So we'll see how I get through it with all the other characters as well. But nice to see some hero balancing, some skill balancing specifically. They do call out hero skill balancing. So we'll see. Hopefully, we'll see. I don't know. We don't have any details behind that. This one right here is pretty cool. Most wanted balance adjustment. So basically what they did is they increased the spawn time, which is good because in this game, some of the biggest time sinks where you're just sitting around waiting for something to happen are the prime targets for the wanted prime targets and the most wanted because you have no idea when they're going to spawn. Now, with that whole thing there with the prime targets and the most wanted, the more that you're in there killing and taking out the smaller targets, the most wanted targets, that does increase how quickly your prime target is going to spawn, but it still takes forever. I mean, I have sat there for an hour or two and have not seen the prime target spawn. So hopefully they look at the prime target spawn as well. But this is nice because this is a daily, and this will help complete the daily a little bit quicker, knowing that they're going to increase or reduce the spawn times, make it just a little bit quicker for those mobs to spin up. All right, so that's cool. Medkit balance adjustment. This was pretty cool as well. So for level 1 and level 2 medkits, they're increasing how much of a heal you get from those, which is good. That's going to save you a little bit of gold. Not a ton, but it'll save you a little bit of gold. And in this game, anytime you can save gold is good. So that was pretty good there. Epic Mission Supervillain Balance Adjustment. So the balance of some super villains appearing in epic missions have been adjusted. Don't know exactly what that means, but there is some balancing there amongst the supervillains as well. The Hero Removal Time Adjustment. All right, so this one here, when you trash can a hero, it was a 3-day waiting period before you can spin up a new hero. Now it's a 7-day waiting period. And the reason why I feel that they're doing this is because what people are doing is they're spinning up a hero, they're leveling that hero up, getting all the potential, and then taking that potential, putting it in storage, deleting that character, and then waiting the 3 days, spinning up a new hero, the same hero, and then doing the exact same thing over again, leveling them up, collecting more potential so you can max that out with the hero progression. Now, they increased it to 7 days. I don't know why they just don't make it to where you can't put the potential in storage. Now, maybe it's a mechanic that they're okay with it happening. I don't know. I think it's a glitch. I think it's a bug. I think it's an exploit. I don't like it. I really don't. But it all depends on kind of what the devs see with that mechanic, right? I don't feel that the right mechanic for this game for leveling up is spinning up and deleting characters over and over and over. I think they just need to make it to where you can't put that potential in storage. It's specific to the character that collected it, and that is that. I think that would put an end to that. But instead, what they did is they increased the waiting time from 3 days to 7 days. So you got to wait a week. It's going to slow that down, but we'll see kind of how that goes. Anyway, so let's go on to the next one. So reward adjustment for certain missions. So epic missions, the New Stark City epic missions right here. It looks like they're increasing the training manuals. So the training manuals, this is what you use to increase your squad experience. Your squad XP is what you need to level up your squad to get up to level 50 to get to level 100. 55 to complete the storyline, and then anything and everything above that just helps build up the strength, gives more stats to your entire squad. So that was pretty cool to see that. We did hear an adjustment was being made to that in the last patch. We didn't have any details on it. It's good to see some details here. Special Operations Score System Improvement. Basically what they're saying is we've improved our scoring system so that more points are given to teams with stellar teamwork that clear the content faster. So basically, going in there, work together as a team. The faster you clear it, the more points you're going to get. It seems like that's what's happening, which is good. It's nice to see that. I mean, you should reward teamwork, especially in game modes that require teamwork. You shouldn't allow. I know that there's people going in there and they are farming. They're farming the rewards from special operations and getting the most points possible for one character where other heroes in there aren't doing anything. That one hero is getting everything. And again, that's another mechanic where I feel that they're exploiting the game. I don't feel that that should be the intention or that should be the way to get to the top. There's always going to be loopholes. Everybody's going to find them. Fine, that's cool. But if we can go ahead and squash some of those, squash the exploits, because most of the gamers out there are playing this game honestly, having a great time, and we don't need anybody else kind of ruining that for us because of exploits and stuff like that. So they are doing their part to try and help with that, which I think is great. I think also once the game goes global and maybe some of these exploits are get a little more light shown on them, we'll probably see a lot more. There you go, a lot more. We'll probably see a lot of them getting squashed. So it's good to see that the devs are really trying to take care of the player base and getting a lot of this stuff taken care of prior to global. So very cool there. Let's go on next. We have a couple events going on now. So we have the Omega War event. We'll go ahead and let's click on some details here. And basically, you're going in and you're completing the Omega War. And here it is, mission count 1 to 15. You're going to collect these Omega War tokens. And if you complete everything, you're going to get an Omega card draw ticket, which is nice. So cool to see some of these events. I can't wait to see what kind of events are going to happen in the game once global hits. These kind of seem like tester events where they're trying to just basically see kind of how things flow. Here's an event, try it out. Let's get our mechanics. Let's get everything behind the system, behind the scene, taken care of and working right so that we can go ahead and so that when we implement events in global on a larger scale, then we don't run into any issues. That just seems kind of like what it is. It's kind of nice to see some of these events pop up. So we'll see. That's actually happening in the game right now, which is pretty cool. And then the other one that we have is this one right here. So this is a raid. And basically, you're just going in and you're doing your raids every day, right? So a lot of the Omega War, the raids, you're doing that stuff every day anyway for your dailies, and you should be if you're not. But basically, what this is once a day during the period here between the 2nd and the 17th. Once a day, as long as you do your raid, you're going to collect an alpha supply box, get some materials that way, which is pretty cool. And then other than that, there's just some bug fixes here. And I think that is it. It is. So, and that's pretty much it. So there's a lot there. I thought a lot of cool stuff here. Hopefully the superhero skill balancing here works out. I want to see details there. I think the most wanted balance adjustment here I think is great. The med kit balance adjustment was great. Don't know the details around the epic mission super villain balance adjustment. That's a sentence, I tell you. It'd be nice to see some details there as well. And I thought the special operations, the events, overall, I think it's a great patch. They did a lot of good things. They're doing a lot of nice balancing. I'm seeing more improvements here than things being taken away, which I think is great as well. All good stuff prior to Global. All right, everybody, that's what I had for you. Very interesting in your thoughts. What do you think of these adjustments here, especially if you're playing the game? Kind of curious on your thoughts. All right, that is what I had for you. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.